The Belt and Road Initiative, which has been unrolled by China, is essentially a project where there seems to be a degree of unclarity as to what its real intent is. If it is a connectivity project whereby the Chinese want to connect the Middle Kingdom to other parts of the world, be it in Asia or in Africa or in Europe, then there is a case for a greater degree of multi-stakeholderism to be built into the process. Because after all, interconnectivity cannot be the exclusive domain or the exclusive preserve of one country. If interconnectivity by its very meaning involves people and nations who live in different Westphalian geographies, there has to be a broader consensus as to what exactly are going to be the spin-offs and what are the parameters of the whole initiative. India is not opposed to connectivity in any form. We fundamentally feel that be it in South Asia or in the larger Asian region, there is a need to connect people physically, there's a need to connect people emotionally, there's a need to connect people digitally, and with a virtual civilization called the internet having evolved over the past two and a half decades, interconnectivity or seamless interconnectivity in the cyberspace, or what is called the virtual civilization, is today a reality. There are more people living in different geographies who are talking to each other more frequently. There is a greater flow of ideas and information than possibly it was 2 decades or 2.5 decades ago, before the internet institutionalized itself in the middle of the 90s. The difficulty with the Belt and Road Initiative, and especially some of the projects which have been conceived in the South Asia / Indian Ocean region, is that the intent seems to be more strategic, rather than focused on connectivity. For example, if you look at some of the ports which have already run into problems, for example, Hambantota in Sri Lanka, or for example, even the port in Djibouti, there are fundamental issues even with regard to how the financing of the project is being done. The debt burden which some of these projects are going to entail on countries which have either willingly or for reasons best known to them opted to become a part of this process, maybe even way beyond what their GDPs are. So essentially, the Belt and Road Initiative comes with an implicit or an inbuilt rider, and that inbuilt rider primarily is are these projects designed in a manner whereby they are going to debt trap the recipients. So this fundamental lack of clarity on the Belt and Road Initiative, and I'm not even going into some of the sovereignty questions which are specific way India, I think are the reasons why larger powers in the Asian region are circumspect about the BRI and what its intent is.